Hey guys, you're watching TraMatty Automotive.
Hey everyone, real brief introduction here to Project Miata. Basically what we're looking to do right now is get it back to OEM Plus spec, go through the insides and outsides, make sure everything is where we want it to be. It's got a little less than 120,000 miles on it. I'm the third owner of the car. So basically getting a baseline right now, and then we'll be doing performance modifications from there. Goals for this year are basically to keep it in the same stock C-Class as what Sports Car Club of America calls stock C-Class, so not doing anything too wild, too crazy. And then next year we're looking to go with a full turbo build, wheels and tires, looking to grab some RPF ones and some rubber to go along with that, and a lot of major aesthetic as well, kind of a Rusto mod, and bring it back up to at least the 21st century.
Alright, so we are on our way to go work on Project Miata. Driving south of the city right now. Project Miata is being stored at my parents' house in their garage. Got my co-pilot, Mr. Porter Stegosaurus, in the back. He's my big boy Newfoundland dog. So it's about a half-hour drive to go and get to the garage, and we'll have some video for you once we get there. So, some people say that small cars aren't good for when you have, animals and family members and things to transport, but check this out. Check out my big boy. Over here, we got some goodies that's gonna have to come to you guys at a later video, but pretty sure that it won't be what you're expecting. Another quick clip here of what's to come. Obviously there's a whole bunch of fluids, so the car is going to get an entire fluid change. So we have oil, but we're also going to be doing the rear differential and the transmission fluid as well. So as you can see, this is Project Miata. It's a 94 black and tan. It's the C package, so it's got cruise control, power steering, defrost, and the biggest piece, the whole reason why I bought this car in particular, is that it has the limited slip differential. Had this car for a couple of months now. Wasn't obviously able to drive it during the winter, as it's a project car and don't want it getting all destroyed from the Syracuse salt, as there's no rust on it whatsoever. But as you can see from the trunk and then the packages on the interior, it's got quite a bit of stuff that we're going to be installing, a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to show you guys. The first thing that we're going to do is to replace these taillights. Probably can't see it too well from this right here, but one of these lights is broken, so we got a set off of Amazon. These aren't going to be the permanent taillights, but they're the right now taillights. So as far as the taillights go, the first thing you want to do is to unclip this clip right here. You just simply push down and pull out. Next thing you need to do is simply remove, there's going to be 4 nuts. I believe they're 10 millimeter. I'm going to check that out real quick. Yes, they are. So go ahead and let's get those nuts off.
Oh, yeah.
For this last one, my nut driver was too big.
Oh, yeah.
All right, being that all 4 of those are off, next thing is just to simply go ahead and push it out. All right, so obviously we have both taillights here, new and old. One thing that you're going to do is remove this plastic panel as well as this light here, this light bulb rather. Now I've already gone ahead and swapped all of these bulbs out for LEDs. But what you're going to do is pull this plastic piece out, right? And you're going to simply just plug them into the exact same spots on your replacement taillight and do the reverse of what we just did, kind of like a before and after. Obviously, this is the after. This is it installed. I got the 4-ways on. I got to install a resistor because I've gone ahead and swapped everything to LED. So that's why it's hyper blink right now. But again, that's the 4-ways. And then I'm going to take you over to the standard headlight, or excuse me, tail light, so you can see that. These are actually, I'll show this in another video. These are JDM Star 3030 lights. So when they are not blinking in terms of your turn signal on, they actually light up bright white. They're switchbacks, and it really helps to modernize the front end of the car. Over here, you can see this is what standard taillight looks like. That obviously has an LED swap in it as well, so that's a nice bright yellow. Up next on the agenda, we're going to do an air filter replacement. It's just a simple drop-in air filter. Actually on the car right now is a lip that you guys will see installed at a later date, so be watching out for that video. And here we go. From what I can tell, just looking here straight off the bat, it's going to be another super easy disassemble and install. There's 4 Phillips head screws. I'm assuming that those just relieve the intake here, drop in the new filter, and you're all set to go. So now we're going to pull this off here and just let's see if we can do it all without having to undo any of the sensors or anything like that. Alright, let's go ahead and snag. I believe this is probably the mass airflow sensor. That off like that. And this is the cruise control. There's our old filter. It's actually really not in bad shape, but you know, I think the new one cost me all of like 15-20 bucks. Got it on Amazon with Prime shipping, so not a big deal there. You know what, while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shop vac and give this intake a little bit of love. That the intake is nice and clean. Go ahead and drop this guy in. Just like that. Ta-da. All set. Some of you guys might be, or some of you individuals, will be PC and say individuals, might be asking, hey Trav, why don't you install a cold air intake? They're not that expensive. And the reason being is you're actually going to have less gains going with a supposed cold air intake compared to this one. Reason being is a thing called heat soak. What that is being that the engine bay gets so hot, and then your air filter would be sitting basically right here, right next to the exhaust manifold, that it would be doing nothing more than sucking in hot air. And for those of you that know, I'm assuming it's the majority of you, cold air equals more horsepower, hence the whole design or idea behind a cold air intake. So you're sitting here breathing in hot air, you're just basically negating the effect that you had anticipated having. So that's why this car will not be getting a cold air intake. We are done. You all set to go. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to TraMatty Automotive. Hope you learned maybe something about the video today, or at least found it amusing. Obviously, showing off the other parts that we have. There's a lot more to come with Project Miata. There's going to be a lot more to come too. There's a lot more that's going to be ordered for it, and you'll obviously be able to see it get driven once the weather clears up here in salty Syracuse. So as always, you know, this is a community channel. Tell us what you like, tell us what you didn't like, subscribe, comment, get on our Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, so on and so forth. But have a great day, cheers, and thanks again for watching.